was nominated to be Trump's running mate. Mr. Vance worked as a CNN contributor. He was a public affairs officer in Iraq with the United States Marine Corps. But as a running mate for Donald Trump, it is unavoidable to note that his record of remarks about Trump is one that I think could reasonably be described as rich. Maybe that's the word, rich.
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
It makes you think that at a fundamental level, this is sort of a he said, she said, right? And at the end of the day, do you believe Donald Trump, who always tells the truth? Just kidding. Or do you believe that woman on that tape?
No, I cannot stand Trump because I think he's a fraud. Well, I think he's a total fraud that is exploiting these people, who is a total fraud.
Like you said, I agree with you on Trump because I don't think that he's the person. I don't think he actually cares about folks.
So as a conservative who thinks that Trump does not have the answers and isn't qualified to be president, what are you going to do this election, if you don't mind saying?
My current plan is to vote either third party or, as I joke to my wife, I might write in my dog, because that's about as good as it seems. But, you know, I think there's a chance, if I feel like Trump has a really good chance of winning, that I might have to hold my nose and vote for Hillary Clinton. Ultimately, I think I'll probably vote third party. I might vote for this new guy who I really like, Evan McMullin, who I actually met the other day. But I think that I'm going to vote third party because I can't stomach Trump. I think that he's noxious and is leading the white working class to a very dark place.
Donald Trump's new running mate. I will vote for my dog over him. I will vote for a guy I just met, Evan McMullin, or Hillary Clinton, or some other third-party entity I can't even name. I will not vote for him because he is noxious and he is leading us in this country to a very dark place. He calls him a total fraud. In addition to that clip you saw there of him on MSNBC on Hardball with Chris Matthews saying that he believed a woman when she testified in the E. Jean Carroll case that she was sexually assaulted by Trump. He believed her, not Trump. He also liked a tweet around the same time saying that Trump had committed serial sexual assault. Another one just calling Trump a monster. He has called Trump a moral disaster. He's called him cultural heroin. He has called him reprehensible. He has also called him, quote, an idiot. J.D. Vance is a very good writer. He wrote in a very good New York Times op-ed that, quote, Trump is unfit for our nation's highest office. He wrote to one former roommate about Trump, quote, I go back and forth between thinking Trump is a cynical a-hole like Nixon or that he's America's Hitler. How's that for discouraging? End quote. After this weekend's horrific shooting at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania, that assassination attempt against Trump that bloodied the former president, that killed a man, that wounded two others, J.D. Vance, now a U.S. senator, posted online that it was Democrats' criticism of Trump as anti-democratic that, in his words, quote, led directly to the assassination attempt against Trump. Led directly. Many political observers went on the record this weekend saying that if J.D. Vance was indeed still on the short list to be considered to be Trump's running mate, that online post, that tweet from him this weekend saying that Democrats led directly to the assassination attempt against Trump, that surely would have disqualified him from staying on the short list. But he says that Democrats' criticism of Trump led directly to that assassination attempt, despite the fact that he himself called Trump America's Hitler. J.D. Vance says he has changed, that he no longer thinks all those terrible things that he has said about Trump in the past. And, you know, maybe that's true. Who among us knows what is in a man's heart? But in J.D. Vance's public positions now, there's nothing, literally nothing about Trump that Vance is not endorsing and indeed advancing.